What's up, everybody? Tyson Rouse. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's doing great today. It is Sunday, February 20th, and this is my second little follow-up video from my David Goggins challenge experience. For those of you who may or may not know, I'm doing that challenge on March 4th to March 6th, and what that is 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. And my goal is to help raise money and awareness for people that struggle with mental health issues. So I have a fundraiser online. I also had shirts made and sponsors and everything else. So this is kind of just going into the training aspect of this. And I've never done something like this before. I've done like 5K and 10K races, but something with this level of training is pretty different and rare. So I've been doing a ton of running, a ton of elliptical, and elliptical meaning an hour and a half, like about 11 miles, do 10 miles, do 8 miles. The run today I did was 6.5 miles. So trying to do as much cardio as possible. Also continuing to do all the boxing and kickboxing. So for example, yesterday was probably the toughest day of training I've ever had in my entire life, where I did a 8-mile run in the morning on the elliptical, 8 miles, it was 60 minutes. And then I did 8 boxing sparring rounds. Then I did a couple rounds of pad work, and then I held pads for a couple fighters too. So 3 fighters actually. So in terms of fatigue and just your body just tired and worn out, that's kind of what you need to do though, because you figure if you're gonna be basically running for 2 days with minimal sleep, you want to get your endurance and cardio up as much as possible. The other thing is it's learning how to stay properly hydrated. I'm drinking all kinds of water, Gatorade Zero, then really focusing on nutrition too. Weeded out a lot of things, eating a lot more fruit, a lot more vegetables, brown rice, and trying to figure all this out, try to figure out the planning aspect of it, because the one thing I've read, and you don't want, like I said, I don't want to read a lot about this because you can kind of get in your head a little bit. So I read, a lot of this is going to be very, very mental. You'll be mentally fatigued. And what I didn't really realize is when it's every 4 hours, that's every 4 hours. So say your first run is 5 o'clock on that Friday. Your next run is at 9 o'clock. So if it takes you, say, 40 minutes to run 4 miles, now you're down to what? Almost 5:45. Say it takes you 10 minutes to get home at 6 o'clock. You have 2 hours and 45 minutes to get your stuff together before you run again at 9. So you got to have everything pretty much laid out, clothes, food, everything, because you don't want to waste time, jerking around trying to figure out, oh, where's my shorts at? Should I go make some food? And do I got to do laundry? Like, you got to pretty much plan it out, because from what I understand, it's like after that first 3 or 4 runs where you're like, 16, 20 miles in on minimal rest, and sleep deprivation, because you're going to be running at 1 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. You become very, very fatigued, and mentally it just challenges you, where the last thing you want to worry about is minutia. You basically just want to get your run in and relax and try to get, power naps in and everything else. You got to kind of figure out where you're going to get your energy from. Obviously, you can't drink a ton of coffee because that's going to help dehydrate you, but you go for like a caffeine jolt, a sugar jolt. I was considering the energy gel bars. I'm trying to figure all this out, and we'll go from there. So, I'll probably do another video before it. Like I said, it's March 4th, so less than 2 weeks away. And then one of the commitments of doing this challenge is as you go through each run, you post a message on social media showing that you did it. And, that's kind of where I'm at now, is trying to map out where I'm going to do these runs at, because if you look, 24-hour gyms aren't open on weekends. So you can't go there at 1 o'clock in the morning because they're all closed. So you got to figure out where you're going to run where you feel safe at 1 o'clock in the morning, which is going to be a challenge, and 5 o'clock in the morning. And all these different things. And you got to keep in mind the weather too. I think as of now, the long-term weather is going to be 40s, which is cool, but we'll see. So you'll see all the messages posted on this channel just because of my commitment to show everybody that donated. And I cannot thank everybody enough. As of now, I've raised over $2,000. But to show everybody that donated that, listen, I'm doing it. I have a shirt made I'll be wearing it. And we're selling those too. But it's full transparency to everything. It's the full transparency of, I will try my best to do all 48 miles, no guarantees, but it'll be everything. I'll give you everything I got with that. And then once the race is done, all the money's finally collected, there'll be a message posted showing the final donation. Like, I don't, most of you guys know me. I've done all kinds of fundraisers before. We always offer full transparency. This is a cause that's so near and dear to my heart. So that's it. So, and one more thing too. A lot of people keep asking, like, oh, why is it called the Break the Silence Run? And the thing is, it's that, with mental health issues, there's 2 parts of breaking the silence. There's the people that actually struggle with depression and anxiety and other things that struggle to speak out about it. They just kind of feel like the help is not there, or they're going to be judged, or they're scared. It's just there's a lot of fear of the reaction. There's also the other side is where people, we have friends and family and things like that we haven't talked to in long periods of time. You may wonder about them, be like, and we got to break that silence of communications too, because the worst thing to happen is, this has happened to me a couple times in the last few years, and it drives me crazy to this day, is that people that I cared about as very good friends or family friends, you took their own lives, and nobody saw it coming. And these are people that are some of the most happiest, jovial, successful people doing very good things for themselves, their family, community. But I guess they're battling demons. And the fact that, I never reached out and said, hey man, how you doing? Let's go get a beer or a burger. Just talking, you always think about, hey, I should say something, but and we got to stop doing that as society. We got to always, if you're thinking about somebody, do something. Say hi, especially now in this age where everybody's texting. Like, you could text takes 3 seconds. Sending an email takes, a minute? So breaking the silence has two meanings. It means if you're struggling with mental health issues, don't hold it inside. Don't stay inside. Reach out, and help is always a call, a text, an email, a conversation away. And the other side is, if you're wondering about somebody, reach out and say hi. Don't wait before it's too long, because you never know how that conversation can help somebody. So, a longer video than I thought it was going to be. Like I said, it's February 20th. The challenge is on March 4th. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the support. And talk to you later.